From a rugby perspective, have you missed it? And if so, what have you missed?
Yeah, I certainly miss running out and playing with my teammates and representing what a great club Northampton is, and running out at Franklin's Gardens is it's pretty special, and I love that, and I'm pretty looking forward to watching our guys come out here to Twickenham.
Yeah, and in terms of the game itself, I mean, what do you miss about it? Is it the camaraderie, the actual game itself, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a bit of footy since my injury, and I haven't felt like I've wanted to be out there purely because I can't. So I've been able to, I suppose, enjoy the game just for the game's sake and as a spectator. So. No, it's the great thing about team sport is you're in a team, and that's what I miss. Being part of that team and everything that goes with that.
Yeah, I remember seeing the interview you did the first time on camera a couple of months ago. At the time, it seemed as though you found it difficult to talk about it. 2 months on, what is it like to talk about the injury?
Yeah, I suppose at the time it was. We felt like it was important to let the wider rugby public know what had happened, and to give the specifics around my injury, my brachial plexus injury, because there hadn't been too much out there. So at the time it was pretty important just to clear that up. And I suppose now I'm in building my capacity all the time, and really proud to be able to raise awareness on such a huge stage that is Twickenham for brachial plexus injuries.
And in terms of the injury itself, how much more have you found out about it, and not only from yourself but also from the specialists? Yeah,
it's a whole new world that I knew nothing about, and unless you're in that space, it's pretty foreign. So. It's more so living with paralysis. That's what I'm continually learning with, and getting better at, and getting more efficient with that.
Yeah, I suppose from that perspective, with your family, you've got two young children as well as part of it. Yeah. Is that challenging in its own right as well?
Yeah, it's challenging, but I mean, it's there's certainly no sitting on any self-pity or anything like that, because like with kids, they don't care. They're going about their day. So it's been really good for me to have to progress and to get on with it, and that's been a real real rock for me and my family and my wife.
Yeah. In terms of this fixture, obviously you played in the game and where the incident happened as well, but in terms of the fixture as a whole, Leicester against Northampton, how much of that sort of rivalry did you absorb when you were part of the Northampton setup? Yeah,
it's pretty much the first thing you get told when you walk in the doors, I think. It's a huge game, and special, really unique for me, I suppose, because I debuted for Northampton at Franklin's Gardens against Leicester. That was my first game for Northampton, and to do that in what is the biggest game of the year for Northampton supporters and the community was really special. And then ultimately, my last game was in the derby too. So it's it holds a unique space in my rugby memories.
Yeah. And I know when you spoke earlier about the concept of the testimonial, you found that difficult to sort of absorb. But in terms of the reaction from the rugby playing public, how much has it sort of touched you, so to speak?
Yeah, massively. It's still, I mean, it's not an easy thing to, I suppose, to have that attention on you. It's a bit difficult, but in saying that, it's an incredible thing to show what the rugby community is all about, in the fact that it's a community, and the care and the support is real, and that's what's about our game, and really has been shown, and especially the strength and the character of both clubs, Northampton and Leicester, and I'd probably like to really reiterate that that those two clubs, it's because of them that we've been able to take this game to this venue and give what is one of the biggest derbies in English rugby, the biggest stage.
And how has your story been absorbed in Australia, back home, over the last few months?
Yeah, it's rugby in Australia. It's a tight-knit community, and it's been great to go back and catch up with everyone, and they're certainly supporting me in the sense that I know that I know how much they care, and I know they know how much I care about the game in Australia. So the fact that even though yes, this game is here, at Twickenham, it's very much also a part of Australian rugby as well.
Yeah. And finally, what about the future? Will sport play a part in your future going forward?
I mean, of course, it'll always be part of my life. In what capacity I'm involved in the game, I'm not sure yet. I'm still very much sort of finding my feet and seeing where I go with the next chapter in my career. But no, look, sport's always been a massive part in my life, and will continue to be.
Superb. All the very best, Rob. I hope Saturday's a cracker for you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.